Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Game 2 of OpTic versus Let's Do It in our first series of Day 2 here at the Summit 9. We got a new guest on the panel. Some of you might not know who this is. This is actually Arteezy, the carry player from Evil Geniuses. He's graciously agreed to join us here. How you doing?
Absolutely. I'm really happy I'm here. Shout out to Blitz for, asking me nicely to come here.
In case you guys are watching the VOD of this, Artur has agreed for 7 more appearances at this event. So if you missed this one, we've got 7 more lined up.
Of course, anything for the fans.
And I was told you agreed to a slap bet if he weren't willing to fulfill those obligations. Is that true?
I don't know if I really want to slap Artur.
If you slap me, I will kill you.
Okay.
Just kidding. In case we get banned.
Just kidding. Keep it PG.
Hmm.
We're supposed to have Jack on here too, but he said he would be on with his boys later after their games.
We would have had to kick off BSJ, and that would have,
People would have rioted.
yeah.
Nobody really wants to see Jack that bad.
So did you watch the first game?
No.
Okay.
I just came here like 15 minutes ago. I looked at Zai's score. Yeah, called it a Zai game and then moved on.
Can you explain to the viewers why Shadow Fiend doesn't buy Manta so that maybe we can teach BSJ something?
Yeah.
Well, I think the natural progression of Shadow Fiend is you want to buy a Shadow Blade, you want to kill something with a Shadow Blade, and you want to buy BKB, win some team fight, and then you want to go into Hex so you can actually catch. You don't want to buy too many defensive items, because it doesn't you want to always be the aggressor. You want to use your Shadow Blade, you want to start a fight that way. You want to catch Ember when he goes in so you can just kill him with a Hex. Because the way Hex is right now is that the only counterplay is a Force Staff. So especially if they don't have a Force Staff for some reason, they have a Glimmer and you have Vision and you can just Hex this Ember, he's pretty done.
Would you consider Hex to be a broken item in this
Oh
patch?
yeah, for sure. It's actually very broken in this patch, especially because it scales so well. Like it gives you like a little bit of damage, it gives you an instant stun, and especially now there's like way little less counterplays.
Yeah. And Force Staff being like such a more niche item because of all the nerfs it's received. I just feel like items like that it originally dealt with are even better.
Well, it's also, I think, just the Aeon Disc spam has become like something you have to really consider as team fights progress into the late game, whereas Hex, like, you never have to worry about any of these things. Like, Lotus Orb doesn't do anything, Aeon Disc doesn't do anything. Like, you're never afraid of something.
Yep.
Nullifier, it's like, it's nice and everything, but then they have one Lotus and all of a sudden you just feel dumb.
Yeah, that's the problem with like some of these carry builds. Like on Arc Warden, if you were to go Nullifier and Bloodthorn, all it takes is one support to Lotus, and then your like 10k gold is gone.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of players are on Arc Warden specifically are going Hex instead.
Yeah, makes sense. And some are even going Blade Mail.
I really didn't think to build that much. Like I actually just like woke up one day, I played one pub, and I remember I was playing in China, and there's like these like infamous Arc Warden spammers, and they go Blade Mail Radiance.
Really?
Yeah, and I was playing PL, so it made some sense there, but I just like how Blade Mail works in this patch. You just like buy this 2k item, you just go.
Yeah. I actually like it in theory, too. I didn't realize you could use it on the clone and it would work. Like,
Oh yeah, I killed Snake King. He blasted it, and I double Blade Mailed, and I just fluxed him, and he died. That was funny.
yeah.
I enjoyed that.
It gives you damage, a little bit of mana, so you can spam more Wraiths.
You can buy it
Makes
from the
sense.
side shop too. It's underrated.
Yeah, you can.
And I was just wondering, does the Radiance on the clone give full damage?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
What's, if you could see a patch before TR Tour, what's like the one hero you want back and the one hero you want gone?
I believe Enchantress needs to get removed from the game.
Thank you.
I really don't understand their like I guess the way they buff heroes and nerf heroes, because like some of these heroes just get some brand new concept, like Enchantress can purge like with her Ench, and then like Morphling has this like double HP bar suddenly. Like it just so random. Like what happens is they give this Morphling a buff and then he's broken, so they have to nerf something else except his ultimate. And then it just makes the hero ultimately worse than it was before, because no one wants to really play around the ultimate as much. It's just nice. But if they do it like that, where they have to rebalance it in some other way, it ruins the hero.
I think Terrorblade's a perfect example of that. Because you're broken because of the reflection talent and then Sunder talent. And they're like, well, we're not going to change these, so we'll just make everything else about the hero worse.
Yeah, that's just how he buffs and nerfs. But sometimes I think it's like it gets too out of control. Because right now, Enchantress, her level 1 Q is like super bad.
Mm-hmm.
So it was bad after TI7 throughout the year, and then progressively last 6 months of this year, they just gave her like an imbalanced heal, Ench that purges. Level 4 Q is like was like 60 more attack speed than it used to be, and her ulti is like less mana and more damage at level 4 or 3, and her talents are better. Like it's just like they buff literally everything else except this one thing that she was OP for in the past, and it's just weird. It's just like these carries are getting some lame changes, like 2 base damage or like 2 agility or like Terrorblade 1 more agility every level. It's just weird.
It feels like Necro's.
Sorry.
I mean, it sucks to be a carrier player this patch. It feels like
Yeah, it does.
just
There's
in
no
the safe
safe
lane.
lane.
All the stuff you're dealing with. It,
That's AUI, by the way, who's just stepping up and saying why every time he complains about playing carry.
so do you immediately pick a Bloodseeker counter here, like in the laning stage?
Yeah,
like
it's
the
one of the
Monkey
best ways
King
to
or
address
or
it.
something.
I wonder what they're gonna pick.
I think Necro does pretty well, but I don't know how it does against Willow.
That's true. Maybe that's why they picked it.
Wouldn't mind. I like Prophet, but no one plays Prophet. I'm a big believer in Prophet.
Complexity loves profit. I remember in the past.
Dude, you always have. And then you stole it. And then Misery told me that it was his idea. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I mean, Z-Freak's a beast, man. He's been playing that for years.
Mm-hmm. He's like, well, I played as a 5. But then I told you, Misery apparently never played 5. No
Your
matter
brother's a
what they
beast.
said. Thanks. Zach is pretty good at Dota.
He's very good.
Yeah. Deserves to be on a championship level Dota team.
All right, they picked Necro.
When in doubt, pick Necro.
Yeah.
ESJ was right.
It does do well against Bloodseeker in lane.
True.
The Necro.
They've been playing it as 3-3 Necro more often, right?
Yeah, so that you just put it against the. I feel like when I saw your guys' game in the second pick, you had you had picked Bloodseeker and you had banned Mirana, Necro, Ursa, Monkey King, and I literally looked at the other heroes and I didn't know what they could pick against Bloodseeker, and it felt like their entire draft was them like having to recover from that, and then your other 2 heroes had like free games. That was your Archborn game, I think.
Yeah, that was a fun game. I enjoyed that. Gustav was just laughing. Every time he was just dying, he was just laughing. It's like, I'm making space, boys.
That's actually what we said he was doing. We're like, these deaths don't matter. Like he's just feeding in the off lane, but you're just a 3-position Bloodseeker.
It's the beauty of this patch. You can just feed and still win, as long as you have like a good idea of why you're feeding, or like if it's a good death. Because the Dota is pretty complicated right now. Like the score could be like 10 to 25, but the team with 10 kills could be winning.
I think it's really important. It's hard to. It's probably the most difficult patch to understand as like a just casual fan or viewer, because if you don't have an idea of like what each draft is trying to do, you can watch the game and just like not really get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you'll see 2 guys like just feeding by themselves in the corner of the map and think they're being stupid, but in reality, like it's all
Yeah, like a
it's all
good
fine.
example was like the game we played against. What's their team name? Oh, it's these guys. Let's do it. I was gonna say Kingwin. We played Kingwin and we had like a 40k gold lead, and we felt it ourselves in the game. Like we felt like, okay, we have like 40k gold lead. We have like 4 BKBs,
Yeah.
but like
They have Warlock, Spectre,
yeah,
Zeus,
like
and
it's like we can end the game. We can force buybacks, but we might get wiped or something. We might like, if this Zeus doesn't die in a team fight and our BKBs cool down, and let's say they're chasing and all this, like all these simulations in our brains, right? It's like there's a higher chance we're gonna actually lose our gain instead of steadily gaining and waiting for third Aegis or whatever. It's like at some point it's easy to break the base, but at 40k gold maybe we need some more time. So
That's pretty nuts. You guys are up by like 60k, I think, when you won the game.
yeah, it's just like sometimes it's you look at the goal, you're like, okay, can they end please or something? But it's like, especially how this patch works, like that Spectre killed me once in some fight top, and he got like 1.1k gold or something like that, and he didn't farm any creeps at all. So that 1.1k gold essentially just gave him like 2 levels and like whatever half a radiance or whatever.
Yeah, there was another moment. I think someone got. I can't remember whose streak it was, but it was like 1.2.
was
They
the
gave it
Warlock.
to a support. Yeah, the Warlock took it. That's something VP does really well that I don't know if other teams have like caught on to, which is they always give big streaks to course, like every single time. Like
I've been trying to do this. I I like say in my games, give me the kill.
Mhm.
And people think I'm just saying give me the kill, but I need the kill. I need, like if I had a rough game and my lane's not so great or something, that kill, like especially if it's
Yeah.
like on a someone with a streak, right? It's a like because creeps are relatively less net worth than they usually are
Yeah.
in the past. So kills are, especially if you're relative gold, they're worth a lot right now.
Yeah.
Yes, because carries pretty much always have a rough game for the most part this
Yeah.
patch. So like you're when you're asking for the kill, it's not just because you're the carry with the rough game, but because kills give gold based on your net worth compared to the person
Yeah,
you're
but-
killing.
Yeah.
Thing is, they tweaked that. It's really the streak bonuses. Like streak bonuses weren't changed, so they give proportionally more gold in comparison to like the total cost of the kill.
Yeah.
Because
Really?
of how
Okay.
they changed net worth disparity, to where you're usually not, because it's now individual net worth compared to the hero you're killing. So
Yeah.
as a carry, you're gonna get less, whereas previously it was team
Could
to team.
not be true though, because sometimes the carry is also,
Yeah,
It's
we've,
like
we've seen
seventh
some
place.
poverty support carries.
That's true. It's really the new off lane.
I just heard Grant talking about divided by 1 yesterday, so I didn't really follow the logic for how much gold you get for kills. It just feels like if you're as a carry this patch, the only way to come back after a rough laning stage is either having absolute space created for you by your team, or like you said, just getting 1 or 2 kills on a crucial target.
That's why Spectre's got like a 60% win rate in pubs. I think he's got like by far the highest.
Yeah.
And like the immortal level or whatever it is. It's because like, although you might not have the most CS in the game, let's say you're playing against some drow or something, and at one point you do haunt and you do kill this drow, you
Yeah.
do get like 700 gold
Dude.
instantly.
It's also because of the buybacks too. Because
Yeah.
now that buyback haunt, if
Yeah.
you get the kills and it's not 60% less anymore, like all of a sudden it's 2,000 gold. You've paid for the buyback and some. Now you have a
Yeah.
full minute to go grab runes, take map
It's
control.
the farm you get after.
Yeah.
The biggest part's also like the XP gain, because Spectre has like some sick talents. So
Mhm.
like if she hits these like spikes, and 15 is like mediocre, it's decent, it's not bad,
Yeah.
but the 20 talent is like a huge spike.
Spectre's
it
in a good place
500?
for competitive, right? I think she is at
I
least.
think it's hard to pick her because the healers got nerfed. It's like weird because he's all right. Like in laning phase, he got buffed. He's not actually that weak of a laner, but it's just like the healers got nerfed, and she was really strong with like Witch Doctor and Warlock.
Yeah.
Like Warlock Spectre was a classic. It was really hard to contest that lane. Like Jackie Mao he went like max dispersion, and then Warlock just healed him. He just ran into them, and then they couldn't trade effectively.
I'm just saying that, like, Spectre feels broken in pubs, but like it just feels like she's still situational, but not too good in competitive.
Yeah.
I feel like she, at least in the time I've played, Spectre's been virtually not pickable, like
Yeah.
unpickable for 5-6 years.
You know what hero's pickable? Pudge. I'm really excited that I think this hero might get nerfed after this tournament
Yeah.
because everybody's just first picking, first banning. People
You said
thought
you were okay with playing against Pudge.
I'm not okay with this hero's so stupid.
At the house, you said you're-
In pubs, people are awful and they pick Pudge and they don't know what to do. Like, let's say you apply your, like, competitive players have like a mentality of a support player, right? They're playing support. They play 4. They play Pudge really well in that way because they know, like, how to lane with Pudge. It doesn't change because they have a hook or anything. It doesn't
Yeah.
change if, like, with these buffs. They just know, like, they play Pudge a lot and they play support a lot, so they mix these two together. But the pub players who play Pudge, they're just like core players that don't get their role. They
Yeah.
play Pudge, they go like boots, and they just run.
They
to-
start mid, so
They,
they
like-
soak your XP. Then your off lane loses,
They
and
do
then they try to
complete
gank the
random
safe lane
shit.
and die. And you actually, how many Pudges have you had that lose all 3 lanes for you?
I've had a lot,
It's
especially.
impressive.
I like see people before the game starts, right before their picking phase, and I see someone hover Pudge. I just beg, like I say, please, bro, just pick Maiden or something. Or pick something else, man.
Let them pick Pudge.
I think I actually lose most of my games with Pudge. I have a negative win rate with that hero, and then against Pudge I lose every game. It's not fair. Also, should we be talking about the draft?
Yeah,
or
that's a
some
good comment.
shit?
I think last pick here, you just go for your typical CC&C hero. I'm thinking it might be just like a TA, but yeah, last pick.
A lot of
It's
heroes are
banned out,
banned. There's
yeah.
like the TA is
dumb.
banned, Huskar.
All the range like
Yeah.
damage
It's
dealers.
funny. They actually ban SF because Let's Do It bans TA as well.
Yep.
You go like a Quap or something. There's no Lina either. A lot of the mid heroes are gone. Yeah.
I feel like that was the only range damage dealer left in the entire pool.
It's also nice against Bloodseeker. If you blink well, you don't take rupture damage
you
on
can,
a max range
you can
blink.
walk and then you blink.
Yeah. Because the rupture, it's distance moved in a 0.25 second interval, and Quap's blink is exactly the distance, 1300, that you need to move to take 0 damage. 1200, sorry. So if you need to like move into blink, or you will auto
Yeah, I
die.
can't remember if it's the opposite or if it's this. Like, I forgot if it's.
It's
you,
blink move.
It's blink move, right?
Yeah, it's blink then move.
Okay. Wait, why are you laughing?
I don't know, it's just like Kalasan is so certain, and then BSJ was just waiting.
I actually wasn't thinking about it until he said, like, is it that order? I'm like, it's blink and then move.
I mean, I
Does
don't
it matter?
To be
It's
honest,
just-
guys, I don't know
it-
how they're gonna win this game.
As far as I know, it matters, but
I don't know. I feel like Pangolier is probably the most shitty hero in the game right now.
Oh.
Whenever I play against Pangolier, I get so happy. Like, it's a free lane. Like, I play against these like Necros, these trees, tree inch. Every game I play in NA, it's always some variation of a tree inch, tree bloodseeker, tree necro, pudge necro, something like this, you know. And then I see a Pangolier, and I'm like, oh, thank you God for this. Finally, I get a free lane.
Don't you blame Bulba? You said you blame Bulba for that. For every time he plays against you, there's a tree edge.
Yeah, but it's like people pick up on each other's habits. Like, if everyone starts picking Drow, people are going to start picking, like, I don't know, Furion and, like, whatever, Lycans and whatever else counters that hero. And then, like, people pick Necro, people pick Eng. And it's just, like, this cycle, and you have to figure out what will be the next, like, variable that beats that cycle kind of thing.
Where is Bulba?
He's coming in, like, an hour, I think.
Alright.
He wasn't here yesterday. He had
I
some
hear
personal
he's
stuff.
not allowed on the couch.
Who said that?
I think it was
it
Gustav
was Shannon that said it. I
or
thought.
Shannon.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
one-
probably a good idea.
They said he'd talk too much.
Yeah, he'll blab. He hasn't. The thing is, he's been in his house alone with no one to blab to for a month now. And you know what? Like, we woke up this morning to play or last morning to play the match, and I just woke up, opened Steam, and there's like 10 lines of just chat. He's just going crazy, and then we have to calm him down.
That's dangerous.
He's too excited. Gotta watch out, BSJ.
This is a 3-3 quap, by the way. Is this a thing? Necro mid?
I guess who's mid? Bloodseeker?
Yeah.
Is Nisha playing Bloodseeker?
Yeah,
So
you
I
want the
guess-
Necro versus Bloodseeker.
Yeah, I guess that's their intended idea.
Yeah, makes sense. Who
I
we
played this
favoring?
lane versus Bulba. I didn't win, so it must be a pretty bad matchup.
Were you the Necro?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who
No,
we-
I was Bloodseeker. I was
Oh, okay.
Bloodseeker. He was Necro, and I lost as Bloodseeker.
Okay. Yeah.
But in my defense, both my side lanes are getting destroyed. I got no thirst damage at all.
I think the reason why Necro is good against Bloodseeker in lane is because you walk up to get the CS with Blood Rage on, and he can act, if you're a good Necro, like if you know why,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Necro will cue the creeps like
you
right
can
before
do
you
a
hit
bunch
it.
of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, people are actually considering this like normal stuff. You can glyph the wave. That's like normal at this point in Dota.
Yeah.
Like, I remember 4 months ago, I was playing 1v1s, and I played against ODs, I think, and he would Astral, and I would Glyph. And that kind of changed matchups back then. And now people are just kind of doing it naturally.
Yeah, who do we got prediction-wise? Because we're we're keeping score. So far, Blitz yet to score a point, but everyone else on the couch doing pretty well.
I don't know how OpTic loses this game, man.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, I'll go with. Let's do it.
What a guy!
He needs to equalize it somehow.
Yeah.
I'll probably stay with OpTic. We appreciate what you're doing for the
I got you.
cast. Way to break it down.
You gotta have one person that's willing
Radiant
to do that.
glyphed. That was a glyph for the Necro. Let's see if he glyphs back. He's glyphing back.
Exciting stuff.
This is the
Did
meta.
he just Blood Rage the creep?
He did.
I haven't seen that before, actually.
I like if you're gonna take damage, I think it's worth. Yeah. You don't want to just be running around with Blood Rage on for 9
I mean,
seconds.
that might have been why I lost the full. I just,
Yeah.
I just kept Blood Raging more. To be fair, I was not in a good mental state in that game. He
When was
last
this?
picked Necro. What?
When was this when we were at the house?
Yeah, it's just like a couple of days ago. It's such, dude. He last picks heroes that are like never gonna get it. He's never gonna get them in real games. That's his problem. Like, fundamentally, he's like last picking Brood, last picking Necro. Like, it's not fair.
I remember how mad you got. You kept telling me that. I remember he said, "Okay, Bulba's not playing Brood," and then he swapped with somebody.
Yeah, like that stuff especially. Like, he first picks some Imba hero, or like first three's like Pugna, or some annoying ass hero, some green hero, let's just say, and then he swaps for Brood, last pick, into a completely free Brood game.
Yeah. He'll pick the CM for his team and say, "Give me Brood, give me Brood."
Yeah.
Like,
I
know
can
he's
vouch.
doing
I can
that.
vouch for this.
I know,
Like,
yeah.
he does do it.
Bulba's on the next level of tiers.
Honestly, I have no respect for people who climb ranks by last picking Brood.
That's your.
Yeah.
That's your.
I have never
That's
I've
your
last
coach.
picked Brood once in my
you last
entire.
picked Alk the other day and lost.
Dude.
Yeah, because my team was like 5K. They're so bad. Holy shit.
I think if you're just playing and you're trying to be better, your diversity score should be 9+.
No, that doesn't matter, dude.
I feel like if you're trying to improve a hero, you just play the same hero over and over.
You saying you don't care about diversity, Artur?
I think you should always. What you should do is always use your brain. That's how I always tell my pub teammates. Like, when this guy picks Beastmaster into Bloodseeker because he wants to have fun, he says to me, I say, why don't you use your brain and find a hero that's fun that's also good against Bloodseeker? Because winning is fun too.
I think there's not enough emphasis on the importance of drafting in pubs. It's like something you don't really... Like, how many times does your team talk about draft even a little bit? To, like, the point of, like, hey, I'll play 3. Or I want 4. Like, that doesn't happen.
What, in pubs?
Yeah.
Yo, this Necro just got...
Ganked and killed somebody.
He just kind of walked up and...
Why did these guys like Jakiro so much, man?
I don't know.
I feel like the hero's a bait.
That hero owned you the other day.
Here, old
CCNC?
me?
CCNC?
Dead? Of course not, bro. I would run at him.
I'm surprised he doesn't have a stick as a Necro versus Bloodseeker.
Yeah,
Thoughts?
same. I thought that was
Yeah,
that's like why you own this matchup, because you just use stick charges so well.
Both heroes can use a stick.
Yeah, just Necro gets the 75% amp, and Blood Rage gives you a stick charge. So.
Yep. Usually, does he have a lane ward mid? Because the lane ward helps so much in these matchups. Especially if you have a stick too.
Yeah, you do not get stick charges if you do not see the person using the ability.
Yeah.
What's up?
To clarify that.
With BSJ for the coaching.
Oh yeah. I said I'd do it for. I said I'd coach Rezo for free because I'm not even sure I could teach him anything.
The free... Rezo wants the BSJ coaching.
Yeah.
What's going on top, guys? Anyone casting?
I mean, we're just hanging out,
Yeah, we're just watching. We don't have to do anything.
Blitz, you're the
Yeah.
caster, dude.
Relax.
What are you
We
doing?
were talking about this yesterday. There's an importance to letting silence.
Wait, how did
occur.
Willow land a stun on Oracle? I thought he can just... Can't
He
he
can
just...
cue himself. Yeah.
What happened?
You can... I know you're about to curse. You can curse.
No, I wasn't about to curse. I was about to just friendly mention. I feel it's very hard for Willow to kill anything in that lane, especially because they have a shit-stained Pangolier. Like, this lane is pretty impossible, I'd say, for Radiant to win. But they're winning.
They are winning.
They're
They're
actually
dominating.
winning. I don't even know what's happening. Is Willow broken, guys?
I mean, Void Oracle's a pretty weak lane. Like
It's
it doesn't.
true.
It's like a do nothing lane.
Yeah, but the thing is, Pangolier is also a little shit-stained. The thing is that this Oracle and this Willow, the matchup directly is a win, if you think about it that way. And then the Void versus the Pangolier is a win.
Should be about even.
Yeah, it's like a... I guess
Oh,
it's
he
in
landed
the
the
lane,
hook.
it's even, I guess.
Nice ice path.
The Jakiro factor.
Is
Yeah.
Zai just dead? Is
Exotic
he gonna get stunned
deer.
and die?
He's gonna deny himself.
Oh,
Exotic
what a
Deer
player.
is dead. Just kidding. Just deny him. It's good if you deny him. You go back to base.
All right.
What just happened?
He was trying to get a stun off into the creep wave and bait, but then he ended up baiting himself.
Oh, he has level 3 Shadow Strike. I don't know if he noticed that. That's why he died.
Hmm.
I theorycrafted this build as well, but it's safer than Qual.
Sounds terrible.
Dude, that spell is really annoying.
Yeah.
Because level 4 Shadow Strike is a 4-second CD, and the cast range is like
Mhm.
so annoying.
That was the Han build, because your ult would apply your Q. So you just go 4-1-1 and play it safe lane.
That sounds broken.
Yeah, it was pretty it was pretty decent. And it stacked.
Wait,
with
what
your
was her
Q.
name? Wretched Hag or something?
Yeah.
What a cool ass name, dude.
You think that, but then you realize that, like, in Dota you just have Pudge, right?
Yeah.
In Han, there was Prisoner, like 985. There was Gauntlet.
Prisoner
there's-
985?
Yeah, he threw this spiked ball that would drag you back to him.
That's a cool name, I gotta say, man.
Mm-hmm. And there was another hook mechanic too. I can't remember what it was.
What
There
was
were
Clockwork's?
4 or 5.
What was Clockwork's name?
Barrel.
It's pretty late, man.
A Prisoner 985. That's pretty cool.
Might have been 945. It's been a
Damn.
while.
Let me check this for you.
Wait, this
Sure.
Bloodseeker's actually winning the lane. I guess maybe thirst damage. I don't know exactly. Maybe the gank
do-
actually kind of messed up with CCNC. Can we
I-
check net worth actually? Because
think-
the CS thing is misleading.
I think it's the Nisha factor.
I mean, he's a pretty strong solo player, honestly. I think the team plays around him really well. It's kind of like playing against Liquid. If you try to kill Miracle, like they all just TP mid.
Mm-hmm.
Even the exotic deer TPs mid sometimes. So they understand that the focal point of their team is Nisha. Like they all understand,
Mm-hmm.
which is really important.
I liked him more when he was playing the ones out of middle, though. I much prefer him on like the
Dusas and
yeah
stuff.
the Dusas, the TAs, SFs, etc. I feel like putting him on like the Bloodseeker Ember and Deer on the
It's hard though. This patch is really hard to do that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. You can't like force it. You know, you can't just pick it every game.
That's true.
I feel like when CCNC has talked to us about matchups not going according to plan, it's always because of like one really small thing, and I feel like this game is the stick. Like I think that was a big deal because it's not just that he like didn't have the regen to sustain, but the minute you give Bloodseeker time, like when he has like a really high trade with you, he's gonna get back to full, and then you're gonna spend time basing or salving, and that can tilt a matchup pretty hard.
Yeah, I'd believe it. I'm just not sure how much that when they killed Jakiro. Like sometimes it doesn't even matter that much that you killed someone because it could be like you lose your salve. Maybe that's why Jakiro died in the first place. You never know. So it could have turned the matchup.
What did you say?
8-5.
It
was
was
four.
9-4-5.
Yeah.
Wait, is this the build on Wraith King nowadays? They go
Max crit.
skeletons, yeah.
I remember you were theory crafting
He almost has
you were theory crafting the skeletons while you were at the training center.
Yeah, I mean, I saw like every European carry player just playing Wraith King, so I'm like, okay, I'll give it a try.
CCNC is pretty
Wow.
dead.
That was a really well executed kill. Like max
comes the
damage from
Pudge.
Willow.
I'm sure he's gonna die here. He's gonna lose half his HP, and then Bloodseeker's gonna hit him.
Sigh.
This hero is so volatile, dude. Like Bloodseeker, it's like he actually just like runs in at a team fight and just hits everyone for 1/4 of their HP. Very volatile.
He did max the Q on Quap as well.
It's definitely like he just wants to sit in lane and kick their carry out of lane. If you look at the net worth of the Wraith King compared to Void, it's kind of like, I guess it's sort of the same. But the thing is, this Wraith King, he has the skeletons. And Void, he doesn't have shit. He just has a right click. So who knows? Wraith King's gonna come out strong in a few seconds here.
I don't know how you win team fights
Did
if
you just
you're...
summon 2?
You did.
I don't know why you can't control them. It actually doesn't make any sense to me. It literally just, I feel like it just exists because like, it just sounds cool. Or
It seems like a meme that people are saying it takes like one button to play Wraith King.
yeah, I feel
And
like
if you give him micro, that's like...
that could be it. And
I
honestly,
actually think it's it.
it doesn't make any sense otherwise. That would make sense. Memers. Who's winning, man? This Pango lane actually owned. Like his net worth is up there. He's the second highest on his team.
Hero's real scary. The game goes on. Laning stage might suck, but Hero does way too much damage.
The Pango?
Way too hard to kill. It's just so annoying. I don't think they kill him without Chrono this game either.
I thought we were saying that hero sucked.
I think the hero's dog shit, no matter what. Even if he goes like 10-0 in this game, doesn't change my
I'm
mind.
pretty sure he's also used to having in our pub games in NA people go like triple javelin into Maelstrom.
Oh, I played with one
Ooh.
Pango, like Lukey, I think.
That's my guy.
His Pango is really good, actually. I feel like he carried 1v5.
Yeah,
Somehow-
you said you left it. You said Lukey, good luck, buddy.
Yeah, we tri-lane bottom. I told Lukey, bro, good luck top lane, bro. 1v2, like PA something. Did he just ult the wall?
He did.
He trolling?
I mean, that was a double ult on the Pango. I don't think he cares too much
Yeah.
about that.
That's space for exotic.
Space
here.
for Wraith King.
Summon
Skeleton's coming
bro.
up. Yep, there you go. Yeah, I really like Oracle against Willow. You dispel everything he does, including the fear. But
I guess
I don't
he doesn't
know.
win the lane.
yeah,
Maybe that's just the drawback. In theory, though, if it reaches like 25 minutes in, if Willow tries to cast spells, you just take it all off. Which is kind of a big deal. But if the Oracle's out of position, just like in Dota, if you're out of position, all counters are out the window, Blitz.
Thank you for directing that just to me.
Just in case you didn't know.
this might be a dead Bloodseeker. He has a ward though. He'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
They approached from the bottom angle. He probably would have been there.
Just running in, dude. Oh.
Get the last hit.
Is Oracle 6?
No.
Zai's gonna try.
They have no Reaper set.
Oracle and Pudge are gonna die, but
What do
Pudge
they-
might
what do they-
suicide. Okay, he's not gonna suicide.
And he's gonna feed him some
So
ancients.
real quick, were those good deaths just for the viewers at home, so they can tell the difference?
Depends who's. Yeah, they're weird deaths. I think it's in the middle, cause the thing is they used Bloodseeker, who's already farming there. They used Willow, who's kind of in the area anyways. So it's like naturally it's okay, cause I think they're still farming. Like their cores are not. Since the Pudge and the Oracle are like the only killers. Like Pudge is the only killer, cause Quap is like pretty useless right now, and the Void used Chrono already, and Necro doesn't have anything, so Pudge is the only threat on the map. So if Pudge dies like that, that means like total net gain of Radiant is positive, because then they can farm on 3 lanes for however long.
They get bought tower off this for free though. It's surprising. I like 3-3's build as I always do. Just skipping boots, going Aquila right away into Veil.
Wait,
Although they have
on
yeah,
Quap?
yeah, first item. I don't like the double Veil though. I didn't realize Necro rushed one as well.
I always tell my pubs it's fine. I don't feel like it's a big a problem. Because the Veil itself is nice for stats. It just helps you
Yeah.
progress to something else.
Nice hook.
Is he dead? He's dead.
Oh,
Wait, what level is that? Is that 2? Level 2 double?
level 1.
Oh.
He maxed Bramble, which I don't think is a play, but especially against Oracle.
That's interesting.
Maybe it's for the anti-void and Quap. It makes sense. You have a really good root value this game.
People do a bunch of different builds I see on Willow. It's like some people have like some like 2-0-1 or like 1-3-1 or like some variation. Not sure what's the best build honestly. But all I know is once he gets level 4 W, he's really annoying.
The hook from Zai. Should be a kill, maybe, but
That's
he's got
ulti.
reincarnate.
I think overall this is really good for OpTic though. This is like the part of the map that
Pangoli.
Let's Do It does not want to play. I mean, if he dies on Quap, that's actually really bad. Never mind. I didn't think he'd die. I didn't think he was gonna die
Is
there.
Void farming top still?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Maybe
they-
it's not
you-
the greatest, but it's fine.
I just didn't think
Yeah.
Quap would be able to die there.
Yeah, same. I think if you just lose Pudge, it's great. That's exactly what you want for reasons you stated. That's like the dead part of the map you want Radiant to be forced into.
But,
But-
when you feed that many kills, that's definitely not so good.
You just want the Pudge and Oracle to die every time, and then Pudge suicides is a bonus.
Yeah. Because the other thing is, if Quap survives, right? Yeah, the Pudge will die, but like he'll just stay in the lane.
Yeah.
Because
the pressure will remain.
yeah, you bring these 4 or 5 heroes down to the shrine area, but then they have to leave and address other lanes, and Quap just it's space for Quap in a way, even though he's a part of the gank. But now you just reset this bottom wave. Wraith King gets free jungle and pushes it out.
How many deaths is Zai at right now?
4, I believe.
He's,
Yeah,
he's
4.
not quite on pace for last game. But
Last
I
game's 1 in 20.
You know what a good nerf to Pudge would be? You can't suicide.
actually think that'd be really good.
Because
That's-
they're
that-
not going to nerf his hook anymore. Okay, Exotic Deer's dead. He's farming in his jungle where they just... I'm not sure that's the play, but
Is there a way you can make it so we could suicide, just not as easy? Like, not as easily suicide?
it'll be hard to like change the...
Yeah,
You'd have
I
to change the spell itself or something. I don't know.
It's just a weird interaction because it's been there forever, right?
Yeah.
The one thing I wanted to mention about Quap was I feel like he was going to play the bottom lane over and over again, and I want to get your take on this, Artur, because like I feel like something like a Yule's that makes it so you don't die would be better, but he went for the Veil, which is like for sustain and stats. Would you generally like? What's your approach with that?
I think Yules is kind of bad in this game. I think Yules against Willow is kind of bad in general, to be honest. I'm not sure, like, exactly if it's a good item to buy, like, before Veil, but I think you would want to go Veil into a Lincoln or Veil into a BKB.
Okay,
'Cause
so you
you're-
like the stats heavy build better?
Yeah, I think you wanna just play the Quap. You don't want to play like this hero that just sits bottom and buys a Veil Yules and that's all he does in team fights. He
Oh.
just like
I agree.
I just meant like not to go Veil Yules. I meant to say like you go since you already have a Veil, you'd go like Yules into the other items that make you useful. But like now he's going both anyways, so that's why
yeah.
I was a
Actually,
bit
the weird
confused,
part
I
is he
guess.
didn't go treads. That's interesting. So I guess that's why he feels like it's okay. He'll just get Yules fast.
Doesn't
and
delay
he's-
his items as much.
Yeah. I would never do this, but
Yeah.
thing is, I feel like you're spending so much gold. You're buying
Nice hook.
1K for Aquila, and you're buying a Veil, and then you're buying a. If you buy treads, that's another K, and then you buy Yules.
I think this demonstrates the importance of like taking this tower first. As soon as they killed this bottom tier 1 so early, it opens up the map. Not only do they get the initial kill on Wraith King, but like they forced him to the top area, and it just gives them tons of free pressure on tier 2 bottom, and then mid lands extra kills, and it's all because you can't play your jungle now as Radiant.
I don't feel like they should even care though. It's like whatever. They shouldn't like. Honestly, it's okay if blue dies bottom. Like it's whatever. That's Jakiro. He's gonna just ulti the wave or try to ulti the wave.
Oh, another one. He's
Like,
dead too.
Good game.
I feel like Pango could be playing bottom, but he hasn't
Yeah, he
been.
could. But does he have a blink or?
No, he went Mana Boots, Maelstrom, or Mana Boots Javelin. I didn't see what else he built though.
This hero's so goddamn useless. Seriously.
Necro might be in some
You
trouble
seem
here.
so angry.
Yeah, he is actually just a stupid hero. It doesn't make any sense. Like, he literally has really bad stat gain. Like, his base HP is like 540 or something. Then he has damage reduction for some reason. Then he has like 2 jumping things. Like, while he's in a level 15 Pango is some of the most stupid shit in the world too. Because then he can just like he does a what is it called, shield crash or something.
Yeah, shield crash.
Shield crashes and he does like 500 damage each jump.
What items does Pango have?
Javelin, hood.
Okay, so he is going.
I think
next.
these items are bad too.
Yeah.
I think if you have such a snowball lead on Pango, you want to either like, I don't know because I don't play that much Pango. I don't know if this javelin helps you kill a wave or
It
something
doesn't.
like
The
that.
thing is, when your QW is maxed, you kill a wave with just both spells. The javelin only helps when you want to Q waves by itself. I don't like it. I guess.
It
point
gets
is.
rid of hero. Like whenever I'm like a carry and I show up in his lane, it like the javelin makes it so it chunks you pretty hard. I don't
Yeah,
know.
But
I
it's
think you'd rather
useless
have
against Void
arcanes.
if you, in
I'm
theory.
not. Yeah, I'm the same boat where I don't understand Pango fully, but I feel like in a game like this, like the blink was super important
Yeah.
because their jump is not that great.
The one
and
thing that a lot of good Pangos do, like I could see 3-3 if he played this game, he probably would go Blink too. Because like, they need some initiation, because Wraithing had a rough lane. And like, the Pango had a really good lane.
Got him.
Pangolier.
Zai with the side steps though.
Look at him, he's just rolling away, jumping around. Nice concept.
I like that he's playing bottom now, though. I think it's a bit late.
Yeah. Have they taken tier 1 bottom?
Radiant has not, no.
Mid tower died in that earlier engagement as well. Dire catapult like last hit it just before it went down.
The weird part is their networks are not looking so bad.
Yeah, it feels like OpTic has control of the game, but at the same time, Void is going Battle Fury, but what's his progression?
I don't know why he's
I,
been battle.
I don't like it at all. I think you get outscaled by Wraith King real hard as the game progresses, and he's gonna hit this window where you're gonna have a Wraith King blink timed with Pango blink, and I think Void explodes much like we just saw down bottom.
I'm not sure this carry matchup Wraith King Void is like super weird, because I think if it's like, obviously this doesn't happen in Dota, but if they're just sitting 1 versus 1, I'm pretty sure Void wins every time, even without Chrono. So maybe his idea is that he's just gonna farm, and he's gonna out-farm the Wraith King and have 1 extra item, and then he's just gonna kill them all.
Yeah.
Because they're lacking damage on Radiant.
Void does scale really well this game.
Yeah. If they get a BKB Void, and then they just fight a Roche, I don't feel like they have enough damage to kill Dire. If Oracle doesn't die first. Because Oracle is the biggest, like, the win condition. They have, like, 2 saves. They have a Pudge Hook, and they have Oracle. So it's going to be about, like, eventually this game will reach the point where both teams want to do Roche, and it's going to be about who has, like, the vision advantage and who initiates on what first, you know?
So I think the Willow versus Oracle matchup is gonna be interesting because if you can take out the Oracle, Willow has like a free game now, and if he just lands some spells.
Yeah. He just, he W'd, what is that thing called? Or you stop their attacking. Oracle's thing.
Fate's Edict.
Yeah, he just did it on a little skeleton. That was cute.
And misclicks happen to the best of us.
I feel like people used to get flamed for calling skills like Q, W, or E, but now it's been like years later, and everyone's no one uses Legacy, so.
I still use Legacy.
I use Legacy.
I just say QWE or whatever it is still, but I use Legacy.
Is there a reason for that?
I'm not sure.
Like, do you think it makes you cool or something?
To use Legacy?
Yeah.
I don't think I can switch. It's too hard. It's especially in the middle of the season. I think the only realistic time where you could switch is like I would say to get rid of your muscle memory. I played this game. I played like when I was 9 years old. I was playing Legacy, and I built it in my brain when I was young, so it's even harder for me.
Yeah.
But I would say it would take like a month and a half or 2 months to get rid of it. I remember I tried, and I didn't try that hard. I kind of gave up in like 3 days. Because I like, the thing is, it's so annoying because I'm playing these games and I'm missing kills. Like I'm playing Spectre, I'm pressing D to dagger someone, and I'm like, oh shit, it's Q. And I have to Q, and then I lose vision. I'm like, oh fuck, man. Then I lose a kill.
You didn't
and
have the patience for it?
yeah, because I'm going to lose MMR. I'm going to lose games because I'm just not pressing spells. It's going to be really hard for me.
I like it because it reminds me of Dota 1. Like, I get nostalgia.
That's a silly reason. Sorry, Blitz.
Shut up.
I tried the same with camera grip, and it feels like if you're playing something that's like making you play worse, you're like trying to improve yourself, but it's straight up making you play
Dude,
worse. It's
Yeah.
really
I
frustrating to work
stand
with.
by. You mean middle mouse grip for camera
Yeah,
movement?
yeah.
I'm
I
certain.
switched to that after TI7.
Yeah, it's so much better. Like if you're watching this, I highly recommend you try it out because it makes your game awareness better. There's people who still use like their keyboard, and I'll see them move
Yeah,
their
but
hand.
Superman does both. I think
Yeah.
he uses his like arrow
That's a
keys.
TI winner.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You don't have as good precision either. If you have to, some people do screen drag and they like drag their mouse all the way to the top right, then they have to click in the middle. Just it's not efficient.
I mean, it's not efficient, but at the same time, I think what's efficient is being comfortable. So like,
Sure.
At the same time, that's why Legacy's all right. You know, maybe like if you're looking at it perfectly. Okay, someone I don't know what's happening.
Let's
Team
do it.
fight.
CC's
Bloodseeker's in. Everybody's low. CC's gonna
Oracle's
pop
forced to
an
ult
ultimate.
himself.
CCNC's really low.
The
High
Chrono.
cat?
Who's in the
Chrono.
Chrono? Oh, those-
Bloodseeker is now
Bloodseeker's
down.
dead.
Where's the Wraith King? He has like ulti and full HP. Where was he this fight?
Nice
Hard
play by 3-3.
stopper. He has blink up, no stun though.
Yeah. The other thing, I use that extra box on the right when I target because I think it's OP.
Wait, what?
So it's the setting is
Oh
unit query
yeah,
over
I
at Hero
remember I
Control
watched
Console.
your stream. That was so annoying, dude. I don't know how you play with that. That's actually the
It's
most
broken. I click it and it persists through fog, so I can like move my hero
Oh, you're
around
saying
and
like you
study.
click a spell?
Huh?
You click a spell on the portrait or something?
No. But like, I could click on the Pango right, and he
Yeah.
pops up in a little box on the right, and
Yeah.
then I can move my hero around, do whatever I want, and I just have all the information on this guy's hero, like just sitting there. Even if I'm clicking around right as someone like goes into fog, I can see everything.
Yeah,
Like,
but doesn't
through
it
fog.
like I don't know, what's the word, like peripheral vision or something? Like it feels weird for me.
I mean, it's the same with your mini map, right? Like you have your head on a swivel. It's the same thing.
Just a matter of what you've been looking at for the last 15 years or 10 years or whatever.
I remember I had such a big problem with the like I think when they released the items on your inventory, you can see the items and you couldn't take it off.
Hmm.
So that was really annoying for me. Pop was getting initiated on.
That's the Pango blink.
Yeah. I think his items are really bad this game on quad, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I don't like the eels.
He actually is just he's
He didn't go
wait, he
Yules.
doesn't have Yules, but okay, actually I was gonna say if he did have Yules, but it's still like weird because I feel like he spent so much gold on these like useless items in my opinion. Like he has a tread, he bought it late, he bought Veil, Aquila, so that's already like crazy, and then he buying Lincolns. I think if you're this build's okay if you don't go Aquila because the timing of your Lincolns matters a lot.
Bloodseeker's in some trouble on the side there. I think he's just dead. Oh, nope. Didn't get the ult off from Necro in time. Now he's BKB'd.
No Chrono, right?
Oracle ulti on the
He needs
pudge.
to run, man. They have no BKB. He's gonna be like full HP, isn't he?
Zoning hook from Zai.
Took that out of my playbook.
Yeah, I don't know what Quap's supposed to buy. It's a weird hero.
The way he was playing this game, I feel like his entire style was ruined with that
Yeah.
death bottom
Is
that
he
we
just
talked
suiciding
about.
or what's going on? Oh my god.
Yules? Oh, no, never. Okay.
Oh, he's dead twice.
They need to get something out of this death. They used 4 heroes bottom, like 3
I think
TPs.
this is the definition of a bad death, I would
Yeah.
argue. That's your hard carry Wraith King just dying by himself.
In the dead lane.
I'm not sure what he was expecting, to be honest. I don't know if... Wait, does 16th have like a Blink Yules or something like that?
No.
What does he have?
He says he has Yules, but
He just walked at him.
He just walked at him?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And this is the thing. This is something OpTic does do a lot, though. Whenever they get the one Lincolns and you question it, it's almost always because they're going for another. So you're going to have Necro and Quap with one. It makes the Rupture a lot harder to cast
Yeah,
when they
it's true.
start sieging. I think you just put them both on Void. He goes in. There's no real counterplay to him anymore.
yeah, because you can Blood Rage through BKB, so unless you have 2 Lincolns and a BKB, you
Mm.
can it actually doesn't do anything.
I've never seen OpTic buy just one Lincolns. They almost always go
It's
for
definitely
the
interesting. I remember like Secret, like 2015, we had some idea like that, stacking Lincolns in some games. Because it like screws with the mentality of like, but wait, can you stack it on people?
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, you can.
You still can?
Mhm.
I thought
Yeah.
there was like a patch note where you can't stack. Am I crazy? I don't know. But anyways, like it screws up with people's minds if they see someone in the front with like 2 Lincolns on them, and then they have their own Lincolns. So it's like 3 Lincolns, and like people are gonna talk for like 10 seconds about what they should do, and then maybe you just initiate on them, cause like it's all about like taking advantage of some opportunity.
Ease of execution.
Yeah, and
too.
that goes back to why Scythe is such a great item now, because you don't have to think about it. It's like, I'm going to hex this guy, and for 3.5 seconds, we're going to try and kill him.
Yeah.
And you understand it. When you add in, like, Aeon Discs and Lotuses and Forces and Glimmers, like, all this shit just makes it so complicated, like, trying to construct the fight and how it'll go down in
Yeah,
your
that's
head.
why like I noticed that Pycat when he plays Void, he kind of just chronos like one person. Like he doesn't. He just tries to get what he can get.
Wow. That reaction was actually insane. He didn't even see the pudge. He just saw the hook.
They know like OpTic know that they don't have like that much damage, so they're just stacking defensive items.
Yep.
They have like actually like Quap and Necro have like the same items pretty much.
Yeah. That's the benefit of Necro, though. I feel like you never have damage issues when you have this hero.
Yeah.
Like, he's definitely... It's crazy, but he's the strongest late game in this game, I believe. Like, more like the Void Wraith King kind of cancel themselves out. And I just look at Necro. I think he's just going to carry this for sure.
I think Pango is the best late game hero.
Yeah, but it's...
I'm just kidding. That hero's fucking that hero's dog shit.
Psych.
Well, do you still think this is a 100%? I can't see how OpTic loses this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that they have to die somewhere and then they have to get a Roche. Radiant has to get a Roche.
I-
Has Roche ever been done yet?
No.
That's interesting.
I really hate Bloodseeker without, like, some hero that just vomits damage everywhere to buff. Like, you're not buffing Pango, you're not buffing Wraith King. You want something like, like Death Prophet, SF,
Pugna.
something that does, yeah,
Whoa,
Pugna's
Willow,
great.
bro.
Eh. I don't know. This is not really the Willow game you're looking for.
TA's usually really good with Bloodseeker too.
I just like things that have spell damage as a...
Lina
Definitely.
Bloodseeker is a classic.
Yeah. Lena Sniper,
Oh,
Pugna,
skeletons.
whatever. Lena Bloodseeker is ideal just because you have the burst damage and then you buff them later on. Helps you siege. You don't want
Also like a
Bloodseeker to be the guy
frontliner.
sieging. Yeah.
They have a DD Void. Hyperstone.
I'm sure you just smoke into the pit and you just do Roche. Because they
Yeah,
think
the Battle
right
Fury
now...
bonus damage too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Only a carry player would bring that up.
It's nice. I noticed when I was playing Troll. Oh, Willow. Holy
that's-
shit.
Okay.
Sorry.
I swear, that is the exact same spot that everyone misses Chronos. I swear, I missed a Chrono there too, before.
That's why you're not laughing at him?
I'm not laughing because it happens. Like, everybody misses Chronos, but
I gotta
like,
enjoy
that
this.
spot specifically, I missed a Chrono there too. There's something... I bet it's like when you put your Chrono AoE on it, it like looks like a bit distorted. I swear. We can test in the lobby, guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
I agree. I
sigh.
mean, I just get laughed at all the time when I miss Kronos.
It's no Chrono, no BKB
a great ice
Void.
path.
It's actually not that... I am not sure they want to fight. Maybe it's because of the bias. Like, if Void uses his Chrono and his BKB, he's kind of like a...
Those
creep.
are instant buybacks from Oracle and Necro. Pango is an MKB all of a sudden.
Pango's doing some deeps. Oh, what was that? Blink? What was that?
He's deep.
I think he tried to Shadow Strike him, so he blinked up or something. He missed click.
Dude, these ice paths are on point. Nice, nice
It's
save
dead.
from... Oh,
Oh, baby.
Bloodseeker?
the skull? That's a 6-second silence on top of the void.
Does
He's no
Wraith King
BKB on
have ulti again?
Pycat. No ulti on Wraith King.
Level 18? You might have it soon.
You might actually have it very soon, yeah.
Someone click Wraith Kings?
He's dead already.
See what his cooldown was at all?
We'll see it at the top. We'll know when it's up.
Yeah. No
I think he
buyback
might have been
Willow.
level 17 when he died.
No buyback Wraith King.
They could force Roche now.
Yeah, he was 17.
Yeah.
I think they just want to wait for... They want to, like... Actually, I guess they're just going...
I feel like those are just overextensions by both teams. OpTic blows 2 buybacks. If you're
Just
Let's
take a
Do It, don't
shot
you just chill a bit?
I mean, it just depends because you gotta understand if you value your BKBs or their BKBs. Because Void doesn't really like, unless you run into Void and he doesn't take any damage at all, he's not that strong without a BKB. What's going on here?
I don't know, dude.
It's like the Pangolier shit stein's going down. Oh, Oracle's actually really good as Pango too.
Do you
'Cause
purge the damage
the
reduction?
debuff, yeah, whatever it's called.
I didn't know that actually.
Shield crash.
I remember people bought Yules against my Pango. I played a party queue game, Pangolier. People just spammed Yules.
Remember when you were trying to get, you were trying to do the Yules trick on Pango?
Yeah, I did it.
You were terrible at it.
Dude, you can do it 3 times. I did it 3 times. You should like shield crash on top or something. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know why that even exists. They should nerf him again.
I thought it was the worst hero in the
him.
game.
They should buff him so people pick it more.
You're saying the Troll Warlord Battle Fury on Roche is noticeable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I wasn't joking. Like, the certain heroes like Void, like, their Roche potential goes up way higher when they have Battle Fury.
Yeah, for sure. But at the same time, though, you can maybe replace that Battle Fury with Mjolnir, and would that still be the same?
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, that's a
Nice
3-man
spear.
That's
ulti.
Into the ice
Oh
path?
my
Into
Into the
God.
macro fire?
That was actually sick.
He has
But
chrono.
Pycat, he's got chrono.
He doesn't want a chrono yet.
Buyback too.
Probably waiting for BKB to end, then chrono.
He
That's
actually
a really
went
nice
Moonshard.
combo.
Oracle is not there to debuff.
So I bought back.
If Zai dies here, it's pretty big. It's a lot of Roche threat dying. Alright, I think Radiant's gonna get a Roche off this.
What happened?
Oh, chrono?
CCNC?
Is it chrono right here?
Knocking. Oh, if that knocked him to the high ground, he might have been okay.
They get the
That's a
Wraith King
chrono.
ulti.
Oh.
No buybacks on any of the dead heroes right now, though.
Yeah, they might actually just walk in, take this.
Wait, so what
They had
did,
chrono, but-
what happened? So they chased top lane, and then because they chased top so long, they respawned, I guess, and then they went back here.
Their combo is sick too.
Yeah.
The Dark Willow
And
Fear.
we
Willow is just,
It's all about the Jakiro, man.
Yeah, the Fear into the Ice Path into the Macro
I was
Pyre.
asking why they picked Jakiro.
I'm also
Now I know.
I'm not sold on this Moonshard from Pycat either, though.
This is some Ame build.
Yeah. But that's usually, I see him do it on like Slark. I don't know if I like it as much on Void.
I always feel like Mjolnir is better than Battle Fury in every way. Like even a casual Maelstrom is always better, in my opinion.
And now they're going high ground. They know that Pycat has the chrono, but with
Who
no
has the
buyback on
Necro?
CCNC,
How long is he dead? He's dead for 50 more seconds.
He
This
bought
is
that.
wreck.
Ball back.
Yeah. The
they might
AoE
actually
Shadow
just lose
Strike.
racks. So you were saying 100% OpTic's got this.
He said they'd die around Roche and they'd get Roche. That's their
I
way
mean,
of
it
winning.
came down to the Roche. Like, obviously, OpTic has this chrono they have to worry about, and Radiant doesn't really have anything. I guess like they have Rupture, but that's low CD. They have Willow ulti, it's like low CD.
They're fighting this well, though. Like, they are defending. The Shadow Strikes are starting to add up.
They don't want to commit. They're just trying to defend the racks.
Nah, they're going to blink in. Maybe not.
If you look at the net worth, Star is still winning the game.
I mean, at the end of the day, they just need a chrono. Like, they missed the first. They didn't use it in that last engagement. If they land a chrono on the supports or really like Bloodseeker or Pango before they get BKB or Spell off, like they're just dead in the chrono. I don't think they used Scythe in the last fight either.
8,000
reason-
gold on Dire is a
They
Battle
just
Fury
they just
Moonshard.
can't get a 4-man terrorize again.
Mhm.
Like, they can't. Like that's the reason they want to fight. It doesn't matter what their net worths are if they're just getting 4-man terrorized. Like they're all gonna die. Especially if Oracle's not there or Oracle isn't terrorized. I think Oracle Q can like purge AoE, right?
Mm.
Is the purge actually AoE?
No, it isn't.
Yeah. So, never mind. That would be sick though. That'd be such
Yeah.
a hard counter. Shit.
So they're gonna find CCNC
no
again.
buyback.
He doesn't have buyback.
Oracle has ulti
Nice.
though. It's gonna be
But
pretty
waiting
hard.
at the top, the Fear. It's
Oracle
gonna
can
knock him
purge it.
upwards.
Nice
Yeah.
ult.
I mean, this is crazy. They're actually just going in.
Yeah.
On
And Pycat actually finds the Jakiro in the back line.
He hasn't even chronoed
Yeah,
yet.
you can't kill Necro here at all. He's going to be full health. Like, there's no
Still
reason to
have
throw
the
damage
chrono.
onto him.
Which is absolutely insane how
Yeah.
they just took this fight.
Okay.
I like it. Now they're going to get the kill on the backside as well on the Wraith King. Wow. Well played.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest, you kind of have to be aware of why you won a team fight. Like,
Yeah.
what happened in the fight that got you this Roche, right? You got to be thinking like that. And you walking up a hill into their Necro, who's frontlining, obviously, for an
Yep.
Oracle to just save him into the shrine is like, I don't know if they're just not thinking straight or whatever, but they just like literally just threw the game that
Yeah.
way.
The OpTic's really good about that as well. Like, they force you, if you want to take a fight against them, they're going to make sure that you're going to either overextend or take it the way they want you to.
Yeah.
And they just plant, like, Necro's just walking down into them, Oracle position 1,000 units
Dangler.
behind. Like, that's so easy.
Right,
Yeah,
Kyle?
dangle. Just easy dangle. Like, you
Yeah.
make it simple.
I mean, when like you think about it though, like they're always gonna have Oracle behind the Necro, and they should, and like Artur said,
Nice
they
hook.
should kind of just know that. They should just think about how
you
the
gotta
fight's gonna-
respect. You have to like Dota's all about respecting your opponents. Like you gotta understand, like you can't be like, why is this guy sitting here? Is he stupid? Let's go. You gotta like understand like what exactly the enemy team wants to do.
Willow ult. Now they're ditching.
I'm confused what's going on in this game.
No one knows what's going on.
It feels like
Yeah.
when THG is getting his ulti off and his ice path off, like on 2 heroes, they're winning every fight.
It's like Jakiro's the X Factor, eh?
Yeah, it looks like it, because he died last fight against Void.
So 3 heroes go down.
Is
They had to
this-
commit the buyback on Exotic Deer.
Do we like this Ida build on Pango? I feel like their damage output is fine. I would have loved to see him go for the more ice style build. Like the pipe of Greaves seems real strong in this kind of game.
I'm not sure. I think the damage is you have to have like some kind of balance,
Yeah.
because their 2 supports are doing a lot of damage too.
They're going top now. There's no buyback still on CCNC, I believe.
This game's whack, man. What's going on?
They might even get 2 sets here,
This
depending on
comp
how
can
this fight
defend
goes.
with this BKB, honestly. If you just BKBs and Shadow Strikes people, they'll defend.
But not really committing. It looks like they're going to give up the first racks.
Dude, the range on that is absurd.
Does he have a blink on Pudge?
You know he doesn't.
Yeah. I'd really like to see the part of why I would have liked the Quap Yules in retrospect is just for the
Setup?
offensive Yules into hook aggro is just super nice. There's no real counterplay to it. I hate Lincolns into BKB. It's like if you need the BKB, you should just buy that. When you go Lincolns into BKB,
A lot of people
like
say that, but I feel like Lincoln's is not just an item for yourself. Like, it's like you see if I see this in a pub, I'll get mad. But in a real game, it's like you go with these items for a reason. Like, let's say you want to frontline this Necro, you just triple Lincoln him, and your Lincolns is gonna pay off that way, because now you're messing with the enemy team's way of winning the game, and that way, if all you have to do, and that's also up for you to evaluate. If all you have to do is just let this Necro tank the initiation and figure out ways to make him live, if that's what your game plan is, and a Lincoln's helps, I think it's fine. But in a pub, I don't think my team's gonna do this shit, so I'll just get mad. Because if I see my mid player with these items, I actually played the other day with a quad point Yules, Veil, like BKB, Lincolns, and he did nothing.
awful.
He actually didn't press BKB in half the fights either, so that pissed me off.
I just feel like Shiva's his value this game. Maybe a Scythe at some point. I don't know. Quap's a weird hero to play from the off lane because you're never going to be snowballing enough to go the standard Orchid build. You can't really go Lincoln's first. I don't know. It's a weird hero to play.
I would say you go Hex or Shivas in this.
Yeah,
I think Mjolnir is only good with the lifesteal talent. He didn't even get it. He
Yeah.
got the Shadow Strike.
I agree. I would like to see him at this point. I think you changed for Scythe or Shiva's 100%. I think Shiva's just value for the vision advantage. Make Pycat's game easier to play.
Wait, he has a Void Stone in his like backpack. Is that right?
Yes.
Just a casual Void Stone. He just switched to Mjolnir. Interesting.
As you blink in Hex BKB, like there's no real counterplay. Void can then leap in BKB and save Chrono. It just makes the game feel like you immediately win a fight by doing that. Because if you kill Bloodseeker or Pango before they get a spell off, you're taking the fight for sure. There's no peel or counterplay to a Hex initiation.
Yep.
Then you still have the Chrono. I feel like Void becomes significantly stronger when you're not reliant on the Chronosphere to actually find the fight.
Generally, that's how you want to play the Void. Like when you draft him, you don't want him to start a
Yeah.
fight. You want him to counter or like do something else on the side.
Especially when you go these items, like his threat is just damage. So allow him to like just whack somebody and then just always hold the Chrono as a threat.
Oh, and they're going to run in
Oh, hello.
Bloodseeker, BKBs, Pops.
Not looking good for the boys.
BKB'd onto this Bloodseeker, and he's
Got
going to go
him.
down to the Reaper Scythe. They even find...
He's got buyback. but he's
Elisash
down
in the
for
back.
2 minutes otherwise.
Yeah, they're just going to clean up here.
And the weird part is that I forgot what I was gonna say actually. I feel like Radiant actually can't kill anybody. Like they rely so much on this Willow THD, which is strange. It's like this Wraith King is just kind of like useless against BKBs. He doesn't really do anything. He just sits there. This Pango is like whatever. I don't know. He's a pretty useless hero to be honest.
You're hitting
Look,
hard.
he's just jumping around.
But look at him go.
Yeah, why don't you go roll it up right now, bro?
Oh my god.
Look at him
exactly
go.
what he's going to do. He's out.
How are you hating on that?
I just think the hero is literally useless. Like he's just like
He rolled it up, and he got
probably
out.
because I had a lot of bad experiences in pubs with people that just say they want to have fun, and I'm playing a game against Necro Tree, and their carry is like level 9 in 9 minutes against a level 5 Pango. I just click.
You just said Lukey carried you the other day.
That was the one time I got
That
carried.
guy plays exclusively Pango and he's ranked 50, so like he's got something like that's an exception to the rule. I think is.
I mean, I definitely feel like if you own on with Pango, it's more on the enemy fucking up in some way than it's on you performing well. Maybe it's a balance of both, but I think in this patch, if this Pango is like owning, it's probably because you misjudged the lane or you did something wrong.
So what's your method of convincing your offlaners to buy Blink when you have no initiation?
I just say some stuff like, I'm going to carry the game, I just need someone to create chaos in the fight, buy Blink, and then I spam Blink.
Okay. So like I recommend purchasing Blink.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I've struggled with that, where like you're just playing this carry who can't make anything happen alone, and then your offlaner is just like having a good game, so they don't think anything of it, and you're just like, man, I can't play this game if you don't have a Blink.
Yep.
It's not a problem in competitive, obviously.
People
that we're
don't
seeing
really
here.
like, that's one thing in pubs that's kind of like, it's unreliable. Like your team thinking about you is unreliable. That's why often people just like I just buy Battle Fury because I'm like, okay, my team's useless. I'm just gonna farm anyways. I'm not gonna rely on them to make some play or anything. Just gonna try to play the game.
Whatever job you want to do, you want to be able to do it alone.
Unrelated question. You guys are both carries and you play a bunch of NA pubs. Who do you think like who's the next NA offlaner? It's underrated.
We'll let our tour go first.
Even just player in general.
I mean, I think one of the players that I've played against a lot, and I've seen him like personally when I play against him the first time and now, it's like I can see him progressing. I think Brax is actually decent.
That's literally what I said. That's what I said yesterday.
Yeah, I don't actually know any other offense. I think they're all fucking bad because all they do is pick fucking enchanters and like just sit there and just.
There's like 6 IX mics in pubs and they all pick the same heroes.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Is
How
that
do
the
you catch that,
AoE
man?
chrono?
that's impressive. It's already 11k goal lead.
You
though,
literally
sorry.
can't catch up with the guy who's rolling it up.
Why can't you give him any credit?
Oh, dude,
Why?
Quap has AoE fear now
Yeah.
too.
Because he's playing Pangolier, dude.
And Quap with this talent's actually so
Oh,
insane.
he did go Hex actually.
Yeah.
Also 25 quad.
It's 3-3, man. He's always making the right decisions. We don't like Yules. He's like, you're right. I'll buy Lincoln's. We're like, Maelstrom's bad, so he goes Hex instead. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, true. Wonder what he gets now. Honestly, you can buy whatever item at this
Yeah.
point.
I think you go Shiva's, or if you're going to get third Roche and take Refresher Shard, or you just can go Refresher here right now.
What about Octarine?
Refresher.
Yeah.
Huh?
I think you get the
Octarine's
Shard. You go Shiva's and get Refresher Shard. That's the
yeah,
idea.
I honestly think Shiva's. I just propose Octarine
Yeah.
as a possible alternative.
I'm still scarred by my Octarine purchases. I don't buy that item anymore.
Yeah, that item's pretty.
It's a Leshrac exclusive.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty game losing item.
Used to be good, but it costs 6,000 gold. So
If it's a bad game and you purchase it, it was 6,000 gold. So
yeah,
it's hard to ever argue it over Hex, pretty much ever, because Hex gives so much mana regen too now.
Yeah. I mean, Hex is like the I want to win the game. Octarine's like I want to just be cool and be defensive and like run into 5 heroes
Yeah.
and cast my spells.
Use
and
my abilities more often.
yeah.
it's like buying Mantle on range carries.
Yeah, for
Doesn't
sure.
really do anything, but
Yeah.
like
Especially heroes like SF.
feel good. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just a useless item.
I actually get mad if I click like some of my pub players and I see them buying like some useless Octarines. I just don't want to play the game anymore. I kind of just walk down mid at that point.
TCNC style.
Yeah. But I don't announce it. I just kind of start walking down the lane, so I don't get any Reddit threads.
In this game, it feels like what we've been talking, like just to make sure, update the folks at home. Like it feels like OpTic just has the superior late game, and they've been slowly but surely eking out an advantage over the last 15 minutes.
Maybe that's why exactly. Like you know how they took that fight with the Aegis and Cheese. They
Yeah.
felt like they can't win late game, so they have to. Like they force themselves to make this play. Maybe they know it's a bad play. It's a risky play. I think it's a straight up bad play. But maybe it's like we have to make this play because we're getting out farmed and we can't like win late game.
33 jumps in with the Hex, gets
Yep.
the ulti. That's the Willow.
Get him, Pango.
Watch the Pango destroy this fight right now.
I want to watch him roll in and do 30 damage. Oh, he went to AoE Chrono. What a beast. Oh, he just walked into
Okay, he
Chrono
walked
Blitz.
into the Chrono. His Aeon just gets popped.
Oh,
I
he's
mean,
But here he goes.
He's going.
he's going.
They get the kill on a 33. They lose the tower, but they might
What
even
is
get more
going
for this.
on, dude?
Zai's gonna die,
3-3 went a little deep.
and
He
the
tried to finish
Pango
the kill on
holds
Bloodseeker.
the base.
You know what? One admirable quality about Pycat is that he won't participate in this garbage. Like, if he sees his team throwing, he's just out, dude. He's like, I don't want to do this shit, man. He'll never feed like this.
He's just like, guys, you're on your own.
He's
This looks
got
terrible.
He's got to have the record for the most losses as like a team with 1 or fewer deaths. I swear, like
Him or Resolution, because Resolution is, I think that's like a big strength of his, that he'll never, I guess the word's like, get baited.
Yeah.
Like, he'll see his team do something, like,
Mhm.
and he thinks, like, right away he makes a decision, oh, okay, guys, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I'm out. And he
They-
just walks away, TPs and farms creeps.
yeah, but he doesn't go like full Mason, right? Who'll typically like there were games we played when he was on all DC where he'd go like 1-0-2, and like they'd lose in 30 minutes. But you know Mason would be like 4 items.
So
on
he still
Weaver or something.
participates in the game of Dota, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dude,
he just
Res-
doesn't go too deep.
We played against Newbie at ESL Manila like 2 years ago, and Rezo had like, in the series he had like 2 deaths, and we lost 2 games to them. Guy just doesn't die.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Everyone's just going ham.
Everything's dead.
Okay, they've dipped on Exotic Deer.
Fight the
Should be 2
Necro,
deaths.
bro. Let's go. Okay, he's dead. Did buy?
That's a buyback forced.
He's dead for
160
160 seconds.
He
Necro.
has to buy because they're gonna force it in some way. Maybe push out lanes first and
Yeah.
see what happens.
Why was Necro forgotten? This hero seems dumb. He just wasn't picked. Now he's first 2'd every
They
game.
buffed his like Q so that
Yeah.
it gives him more regen, and then it does 100 damage instead of 80.
The
which
Pango
is impossible
is
to
going to get
deny.
found.
It's kind of like everything in Dota. It's
He's been
like,
hexed, but he's Aeon dissed up.
oh, let's go Pango, bro. Roll it up.
I don't know this
You have so much hate towards him.
I don't hate him as a player. I
know, I just mean the hero.
Yeah, I think the hero's stupid.
But he's top net worth.
You keep saying every time, roll it up.
Just cast your ultimate. Might as well cast a TP as well, because you can't stop it. What was I saying anyways?
Necro.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like for example, I thought CM was still strong, like before she got buffed, but it's kind of like she just gets buffed randomly. Like, oh, okay, let's play some CM, boys, and then like the hero's strong. You're like, okay, cool. And like same with Necro. Necro was still picked. Like before he got buffed, I watched Matoon Man play Necro for a long time. I was playing Necro on my 3rd Smurf. It's kind of like it's just weird because it kind of announces it to the world when you buff it 5 patches in a row, and this one last patch is like, okay, it's time to play Necro. Sometimes I do feel it's like overdone, but Necro is just by concept a broken hero.
Yep.
The
By-
fear.
That would be my
On the
point as well.
CCNC with the rupture on him.
Just the ultimate adding so much respawn
He's
time.
taking a lot of damage.
All your spells are super
And
good.
that's-
You have 5 spells.
Yeah, this is the same thing about Pudge. By concept, he's a broken hero. So if you do anything to buff him a tiny bit, he's broken. Like there's these heroes in Dota, but like by concept they're just imbalanced. They have like imbalanced spells, some property which like Flesh Heap is just stupid. Heartstopper is like just stupid. Reaper, all these spells. So if you ever like buff a hero like that, it becomes unstoppable.
Yeah. I think they changed the game state. They made the game really difficult to understand. Necrophos specifically. You try and kill him, but then he gets a Reaper off. Now he's full health. Pudge lands a hook.
What's going on? Let's get it.
They forced the buyback on Wraith King. I don't believe that the Willow has one. He did it in the previous base
This is
defense.
actually really big that they don't have Terrorize. Like I
Yeah.
don't know how they're gonna win a fight now.
They're split on the map right now.
I think Pango needs to like kill waves and ball down a lane or something.
He needs to roll it up.
He
Roll
needs
it
to
up.
roll it up.
I think they're gonna wait for Chrono and then try to kill them again. How's the CD on that?
It's probably about 60 seconds.
Yeah, they're probably gonna go with a smoke or something.
Good call. It is indeed almost exactly 60 seconds.
Hey man, you gotta have that, subconscious timings.
Not even in the game, and BSJ's reading it.
You just gotta
Smite?
you have 2 minutes to wind down for missing a chrono. I get really used to it. You have to like reset mentally. Like I whiffed that chrono, or like chrono didn't go so well. Got 2 minutes to rehash it.
He bought Hex, no buy.
On who?
Bloodseeker.
Is that the play?
I mean, his Wraith King doesn't have buy. Might as well all in.
No, I just mean as far as itemization goes. I feel like
It's definitely interesting. I'm not sure.
Octarine was definitely the play.
I don't know like exactly. I guess they're identifying that they have enough damage because with their supports alive. If they have Willow THD alive, they have enough damage. They just need to like try to lure them in a position to cast like, let's say like how Dota works is you hex somebody, maybe your team just all starts running in that direction and you get a 4-man terrorize. Kind of like that kind of stuff can happen.
Chaos, basically.
Yeah, it's like when the fight gets messy and like someone initiates, like there's always gonna be someone thinking about what to do and like, or maybe the guy says that like, yo, just go start on this guy with Wraith King. They're gonna clump up and I'll terrorize. Maybe they won't clump up, but you never know. It depends on where you're fighting.
I wonder if he's
Avoid
gonna
DD.
replace that moonshot eventually, like with the refresher orb, or if he just wants it in his backpack.
You get.
Is he hiding it with a smoke or something?
No,
No.
he showed in lane with it.
Oh, he did? Okay.
I think he's just using it to push out the waves, and then when the fight starts, he'll eat, swap it in.
That's interesting.
dude, someone on OpTic's got to buy Shivas eventually, right?
He bought AC instead of Shivas.
Alright.
Quap.
I like that. It's a better item here. I feel like
This Quap is
Necro-
actually such a beast. I don't even know how he's gonna die. They have like these 3 unkillable cores on Dire. It's gonna be extremely
And they
hard.
have the Oracle too.
And hook and all this shit. So I don't know how. I think it's all gonna depend on like the angles. Like they're already establishing some control by going on the high ground. I think the easiest way to win games on Dota is always the Roche pit. Because you already know like 1 core or 2 cores are
Yep.
in the pit hitting Roche. So you have some idea of like how you want to fight.
And this is how you want to starve out a game if you're watching. Like, Dire takes complete control of this Radiant top shrine area. They place wards. Now you can just play around this high ground, wait for Roche to spawn. Ensure that if you take a fight, it's going to be on your terms. And OpTic's really good at doing that. Now they're going to plant Necro between the enemy team and the Oracle.
You create momentum bottom.
They need to find a way. Like, yeah, they can do that with BSJ. I was saying you can go push bottom lane, force one hero to go bottom, if anything. But I think they need to figure out a way to, like, where they can backstab them, try to get an Oracle, like do this crazy smoke around instead of just facing, like, running into this Necro is a really bad idea. They should try to go around. Just try to.
Some top tier dangling by CC&C right now.
They don't have any obs or what? Does Dark Willow have obs?
Smoking at nighttime with no obs. Not good.
Can't click Willow right now, bro.
It's good counter smoke by OpTic. Just essentially, yeah,
He has buy, I imagine. That's why he's doing this.
got him.
He's gone.
Reaper. Does he have Ags on Necro?
Pycat catches one.
Who's that?
Bloodseeker, I think?
That's the Bloodseeker.
He's Blade Mail though.
Getting pretty low here.
Bro!
The
Oh, he has
refresher, the refresher.
No mana though. He has no mana. He has, I think, only a Chrono. No jump. Okay,
So
he
he's
has
waiting
it
for
soon.
it.
He has it soon.
He's gonna find the angle
This is
on
a
maybe
4-man
4 heroes.
chrono.
There we go.
Oh my god, dude. The
He's blade mail
the
again.
bedlam thing, dude. He's killing it. Oh.
Oh no, it's just me only.
Goes it?
Good. Quap goes down, Oracle goes down. He's going to buy back on Peter.
They should all in commit for this fight, correct?
Such
Yeah.
a strange fight, actually.
Both supports dead forever now on LDI.
Oh, the Bloodseeker's fast.
He has Hex up soon. Wraith King stun.
Holy shit, he's dead.
He's gone. And
Oracle ball
they're gonna
back.
lose the Oracle for this too. No buyback.
There's-
Everyone's starting to buy back now.
I think they have buys on the BS, right?
No,
They should.
yeah.
This is also, I'm pretty sure if they want to nerf Necro, they should remove Ags on him, the CD. It's so stupid late game. He just casted like 3 Reapers in this fight. And basically you have to buy back in this kind of game.
So it's a 3-on-5. There is a Roshan available. PPD doesn't have his buyback either. And OpTic, they're pretty hard committed for this.
They have no Chronos for a
They
bit.
bought back on a lot of their cores.
They need Oracle like to cast his ulti in this fight. They
Yeah,
don't
I-
have this Pudge or Quap the front line.
They got to
so-
go back though for this top lane first, and all of a sudden, it does look like there is a small window of opportunity for Let's Do It.
I don't think Pycat needs to be so aggressive with his Chrono usage.
Yeah.
That first one, like, as soon as he uses the first, like, they just walk past him and counter-initiated. It doesn't finish a kill on Bloodseeker because he's so exposed. Necrophos can't cover that distance in time.
The
They-
threat of Chrono is pretty insane.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
I want him
interesting.
just fight
Yeah,
and
did you
threaten
see
it, that's
it?
all.
Like they actually, as soon as the Chrono was casted, they actually started clumping up and walking up a hill.
Yeah.
Like they didn't feel scared at all, but he still got a Chrono off, but he didn't get the kill because Dark Will's broken. And Blade Mail's broken. GG. That was impressive though. If he didn't get his Blade Mail off on Bloodseeker, I think he would have just died.
Nice reflect. Just kind of playing around, trying to contest the other bounty rune. And I mean, at this point for OpTic, if you lose a core or support hero there, all of a sudden you're in a 5-on-3 hole. You've got Aegis Cheese.
Buyback situation? CC&C,
No one-
just needs gold.
Radiant just used 2 like a minute ago.
Yeah.
So CCNC is the only one with it. But, I mean, the team with the Aegis and the Cheese surely has to feel a lot better about that.
No, I think
I don't
it's,
think so.
it's a bait, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's what happened last time when they had the Aegis and Cheese. They just walked up a hill and just died.
So you
Yeah.
think they should have given it to OpTic?
You just kind of have to understand, even though, like, Dota is, like, a game of gold and stuff, at this point of the game, it's not really, like, this 17k gold lead is not that big of a deal. It's, like, kind of like whatever. It's an extra item, but most of these fights end up being a position.
Yep. I feel like you can't go high ground if you're LDI. You won that last fight because the Chrono overextended, but you're not going to have that same luxury walking up like this.
I think their plan is just to force them back. I really don't think they're just... Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, you also, I forgot, yeah, the Pudge factor as well.
They're actually crazy. Like, they get Aegis and they just run down a lane. Like, it's weird.
Talking to your
BKB
pops
used
to
defensively.
BKB.
Link out.
Oh, I'll scroll. Oh.
Yeah. If he had Chronoed on top of the respawn there, he would have killed him for sure.
Yep.
Get him.
Quap goes in. No buyback on Willow. That's huge. No Bedlam now.
2 minutes.
Terrorize
Bloodseeker's gonna die to Quap too.
Pops going in for this. 33.
Another hook.
Another hook.
The roll's
the
coming
BKB.
through.
The roll.
It's here. Oh,
Sick chrono.
that's fucking dank. He's rolled
Why
up
is
in
he
the air.
that's up
He's
already?
rolling up.
Oh man.
What's the cool? I thought it was 40 seconds on this Reaper site. It's
25,
25, isn't
25,
it?
yes.
Goodness.
And now I think the game is over. as
That's
the Queen
so
of Pain
busted.
Bought back.
Well played by Peter there. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. He doesn't have a blink, but
I
yeah.
just don't understand what they're really like expecting. I guess
That was a bait.
Yeah.
why do they think they can just walk up a hill
Dude, not
into Pudge?
into Pudge. He doesn't even have skeletons blocking. Like, what does he expect?
Even if they don't have a Pudge, like for some reason the Pudge is dead or something, I don't even think it's still a good play. Like if they smoke the Void and he just gets a double chrono there, they don't have a save. He just like BKBs and hits them. And he'll kill one of them.
Yeah.
And just double chrono.
He's
That's
got
just-
3 lives on Wraith King. It's time to
That's
go.
just, that's just GG.
No, he's got 3 lives.
He needs to buy Blade Mill. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the play. I do this. This is actually what you're supposed to do.
Get
This
in
is-
there.
This is from playing years of pubs, boys, right
he didn't
here.
even use the blade mill. He used it
Did
at the,
it?
like literally the last second.
Oh,
like,
God.
I'm telling you, he did that with 100.
Oh no, he's got the refresher, but they chrono him preemptively. That'll be the game. Chronos his team for good
Podcasts
measure.
had enough.
So get me out.
That was
All
that was
right.
his tribute to me right there.
Oh, what a game.
Yeah, they kind of just. I'm not sure they should have won this game in the first place, Radiant, but they definitely just. Can I say it's a throw, or is that bad mannered?
I mean, tell the truth.
I feel like they underestimated OpTic or they overestimated themselves, and they didn't understand like the reason they won, the reason they actually acquired the Aegis and they won that fight and all that stuff is because of like the Dark Willow getting a 4-man terrorize,
Yeah.
and that's naturally what happens in the Roche pit, because when people go Roche, it's like very small area, very like AoE spell zone, right?
Mm.
So like they weren't in position. OpTic was like out caught. Like they didn't mess up, but they just underestimated Willow. So they lost that fight. And then in response, OpTic started playing against, like they played behind the Necro. They let Necro bait.
Mm.
And Let's Do kind of just like,
Yeah,
okay, we'll take it.
the game's way more about OpTic's spell usage, like
Yeah.
their positioning, than anything LDI can do. Like they had to just play more around what OpTic's trying to do. And the moment you just walk up into that draft, it's a high ground. Like it's so easy. There's hook, there's chronos, the Oracle save. You have no way to counterplay any of those.
I mean, what they can do is the Penguin just rolls in there.
That's true. Hit him with a drive-by.
I mean,
Roll it up.
the thing is about Pango though, if you know they're there and you just roll in and you get like a 4 proc, and you get chronoed while you're in the roll, they can't take it off, you won't die. So that here is silly in that way. If you do get a 4-man proc on your W, you won't die.
I just think it was strongman syndrome. I think people get that a lot, where you just win a fight and you said like they don't analyze exactly what the circumstance for why you won the fight, and then
Yeah.
you just like you basically just say, oh, we won a fight, let's just take another fight, rather than saying like if we at any point in that game if we go on Necro, he's gonna get Oracle ulted.
Yep.
And we're gonna lose.
I mean,
Like,
somebody has to
nothing-
make the call,
That is
right?
always the case. There's no exceptions to if you go on. I say it as this: if you were able to win the fight when you go on Necro, you would have won any fight in the game, because that means you had to be like 10,
Yeah.
20k net
Yeah.
worth ahead. So
I think that one fight at the Shrine that you're mentioning,
Yeah.
that's really the fight that swings the game and like sets the tone for like what OpTic has to do to win.
that was
They get, like, a
momentum. They had
forfeit, yeah.
Aegis, they had cheese
everything.
or whatever, and then they just
Yep. So our next series is going to be pretty exciting. This is one I was looking forward to all day. The best 2 teams in North America going head-to-head. OpTic versus VGJ Storm.
wait. EG's not
Um,
in that series.
That's all right, man. We're used to getting the hate. Keep it up.
Big thanks to Arteezy
You wanna
for
be on
joining us
again?
on the couch.
If I'm taking someone's spot, I'll peace, man.
No, you're
No,
not
you
taking
can.
anyone's
Yeah,
spot.
you can. It's all
The
good.
entire point of this event is to showcase player personality.
And we've been waiting to get rid of Kyle this entire time.
Yeah.
We don't want Kyle here.
I'll get Jack.
he kind
or
of
something.
snuck in, and
Dude,
Yeah.
This is the good series.
we're not even paying him. We just kind of give him food.
Bogd wasn't available for the event.
I'll stay.
Okay,
All right, cool. Well, he'll stick around. We'll watch out. We got some food behind us, so we're gonna go hit that. Short break, some ads, and we'll be back with you soon.
Cheers.